how to be a better transformational leader within your organization. Guys, we know that if you have an organization which has no transformational leaders, there are lots of negative issues that can happen. Number one, poor engagement and job satisfaction. Number two, we can think about limited innovation and creativity within the organization. Number three, that's going to have an impact on reducing productivity. Number four, we can think about high turnover rates. Number five, we can think about decreased financial performance. And so having transformational leaders within your organization is critically important, not just at the individual level, but at the level of the team, the organization, and also society. Welcome to another episode of Leading Health. It's so amazing to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for connecting, for engaging, and also for exploring this episode. Today, guys, we are going to be exploring four ways you can become a better transformational leader within your organization. First of all, we need to think about what is transformational leadership. Now, transformational leadership actually emerged in the late 1970s, and it was first proposed by Burns, and then later in the 80s, it was further developed by Bass. And in essence, guys, transformational leadership is a style of leadership that focuses on how you inspire and motivate your employees to achieve their full potential, to be creative, to think outside the box, to help the organization, and also to help the society. So when we're thinking about transformational leadership, what we know is that it's really influential within the healthcare context. And there's been lots of research that has been done that proves that transformational leaders are really effective within the healthcare context because of how they're able to galvanize and improve staff satisfaction and also team performance. So when we think about transformational leadership, then what we're thinking about is the positive impact that leaders can have on, number one, staff well-being, number two, patient safety, number three, staff satisfaction, and number four, the overall ecosystem of the organization. And so it's really important for us to develop our transformational leadership skills. So transformational leadership is something that I have been interested in for a really long time. Back in 2015, I actually wrote about transformational leadership in one of my dissertations, looking at how it can improve healthcare organizations. So the first skill you need to become a better transformational leader is influence through moral conduct. So what we're talking about here is your ability as a leader within your organization to act from a strong moral foundation and to be a leader that leads by example. So you're setting that moral example for other people in your organization to follow. Firstly, in relation to your behavior, but also in the way in which you communicate with your staff. We're also talking about your ability to create a sense of shared purpose and a strong sense of trust and loyalty between yourself and your employees. This is really, really important. So an example of this can be a healthcare leader who demonstrates that empathy and that compassion towards their employees. In doing so, they're able to actually galvanize the whole working environment, create a supportive working environment, and this can actually help to reduce burnout of staff, increase job satisfaction. Probably most importantly, it can improve patient experience. So the second way that you can improve your transformational leadership competency is through inspiring through motivation. So this is about how you inspire your workforce. You can do this by communicating that higher level of expectations to them, inspiring your workforce and communicating in an engaging way that shares your vision, the vision that you have for the organization. You can also encourage your followers to take ownership over the vision and to contribute their own ideas, their own perspectives to how the vision is actually going to be achieved. This is really, really important when you want to inspire and motivate your followers to actually achieve the goals that you have set out. So a good example of this can be if you're thinking about yourself as a leader, setting a clear vision, providing those sort of high quality care for the organization. So you're setting a vision about how we can provide high quality care for the organization. Now, to communicate this, what you have to do is first communicate the vision to your staff and inspire them. Then you have to encourage your staff to take ownership over the vision and contribute their own ideas towards achieving that vision. After that, what you want to do to really embed this is to foster a culture of innovation and continuous improvement. What this is going to do is encourage staff to think critically, think outside the box, and actually improve patient care outcomes. So the third way that you can improve your transformational leadership competency is through stimulation, through creativity and innovation. What we mean by this is your ability as a leader to stimulate followers to be creative and innovative, to think outside the box and to consider alternative approaches to delivering within the organization. To encourage them to think about how they can solve problems in new ways, how they can deploy their critical thinking skills to actually solve complex issues within the organization. What you also have to do is to cultivate what I refer to in my research as a learning organizational environment, an environment that is free and allows your staff to learn. If you're able to do this, what you'll be able to do is to discover new possibilities within the organization, to improve the processes, and also to have better outcomes within a healthcare context. So let's think about an example. Imagine as a leader, you could encourage your team to think creatively to improve patient outcomes. You could also facilitate conferences and training sessions for your staff so that they can engage with externals to learn all of the new cool things that's going on. And finally, you can encourage multidisciplinary research. So this is research between different departments. You can bring in externals as well. And what this is going to facilitate is the generation of new ideas that's going to improve your healthcare organization. The fourth key competency that you need to improve your transformational leadership skills is understanding through individualized consideration. What this means is treating each employee as an individual, as a unique individual with their own unique goals and their own unique competencies. To do this, what you have to be able to do is to listen carefully to the needs of your followers and actually act on their needs. You want to be able to coach them and assist them to develop their competencies, help your followers to grow in terms of their personal characteristics, provide support for your followers, give them all the resources that they need to be able to do their jobs, and also to grow and thrive as individuals within your organization. This competency can actually build strong relationships between the leader and the employee. It can improve employee engagement, it can improve job satisfaction, and also it can advance performance and outcomes. So let's think about an example. Imagine that you are a leader who takes time to understand the individual specific nuanced needs of your team members, and you're able to tailor your leadership approach to actually accommodating all of the varied members of staff that you have within your organization. That's going to have massive outcomes for your organization because it's going to improve the well-being of your staff, which is then going to have an impact on the well-being of your patients and also your organization as a whole. So guys, those are the 4 key skills you need to become a better transformational leader within a healthcare context. So the challenge I have for you today is, what are you going to do moving forward to improve your transformational leadership skills? Please subscribe. Want to hear from you. Give a thumbs up, leave a comment, get in touch, and let's keep leading health better. And look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Out.